Right, next little one I'm putting together is the Melta gun Chaos Space Marine. So I've marked out on this one in purple to make my life a lot easier. And basically, it's hopefully going to be, fingers crossed, an easy build, this one. So what I need to do is I need to get out number 30. And 31, sorry, not 31, 29. Now, there's two alternatives, specialist weapons that you can actually put on this. I'm kind of curious about getting a proper scroll together. What scroll? What am I on about? Yeah. Basically, so that I can have a see what options you really have within this. Because with the ability to have 2 heavy weapons and 2 special weapons, it does kind of feel like, in my head, you tend to only be able to have one or the other, not both. So it's probably worth looking up whether or not I can have as many special weapons basically as I want. Number 31 here. So as a rule, it's again, this is my brain trying to remember, and based upon my knowledge of older rules, I'm pretty certain it's like 1 special weapon, 1 heavy weapon per squad. But I really do need to check out if that's the case still. The other thing is as well is that although special weapons can pack quite a punch, sometimes having rapid fire multiple shot weapons like bolters is a useful thing. Right, what else do we need here? I need a backpack. Number 136. Camera's just given up for a second then. What's happened there? I think my camera mount's wearing out. It seems to always collapse randomly. Right, now what we need is the arms. So we need 32, 33 and 34. So you can find 30 and 32 here. Spike. Okay, and then our Melta gun. So we need 34. Should be this dude over here. I need to get myself a new camera arm. This one's knackered. It keeps like sliding downwards and all sorts. Okay, right. These are always a bit of a pain to put together because there's like multiple joint points to get right as you go. Best thing to do, I've found, is put glue in your core places. Try and attach the arms roughly where they should be to begin with. Then this is the hard part now, trying to get them to go exactly where you want them to go. Yeah, I wish they would just put some, you know, like they've got all these opportunities on these models because they're very monopose to make it so that the arms sit better, and they never get it right, and I don't know why. When they make them with pretty much a single pose in mind, and they don't get it so that the top part of the arm locks in a given place to make it just easier to connect it, like so. Okay, and then of course he needs a head. Trying to find which head I picked out for this guy. I'm sure I picked one out before. Or maybe I didn't. Right. Truth is, you can actually use pretty much any head you want. Now, a really good one for this is sometimes it's good to use one of the like the unique looking heads, particularly for unique weapons. So it doesn't really matter which head you use. Just be mindful, however, that maybe you don't want to use like the sergeant head or something similar. But you can see you've got some kind of nice heads that you could potentially pick from. I think for this guy in particular, I kind of like this head over here. With the face mask. So just the rebreather mask rather than the whole setup. Obviously, you know, get him pointing down the gun as well. Now, I'll just give him a chance to start gluing to the base while I get his shoulder guards. Again, doesn't overly matter which shoulder guards you pick, but you know, it is a good idea to use one sculpted, so one with like the demon iconography almost, and one plain. In this case I'm using 36 and 37. Now that thing, like so, and just make sure that you're being consistent with your shoulder pads. So if you've put your plain one on one side on your other models, just make sure you're doing it on these as well. like so. There we have it. That is our melter gun. Nice and easily done, and provides a specialist support weapon for our squad. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next build.